came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you...
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get in the right room. General West. Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. To throw on 2nd down. Klein. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's go, D. Check 93's the mic.
From the gun, Klein. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quinnen Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try the left side. It's Palmer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, it's Palmer, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third. Throwing here on third down, Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check. 3 down. Check.
Operating from the gun. Klein. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line. Here we go, son. 56. Minus 56. Got to do better. Come on, tight.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holloway. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. From the 50, it's Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holloway. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26.
We got this.
On first down, Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Holloway. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
At the Texans' 22-yard line. Hey, lady.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. 3rd and 2, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal. Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who can gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game. It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one. Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for. Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is in this situation. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun, Klein. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Throwing on first down, Klein. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Back to throw. Klein. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play. On 2nd down now, Mays. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Klein. The open man is Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein eluding the pressure right. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, Mays. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
56 is the mic. You.
Here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
I'm going to run you over. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a give, right side. Mays. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Klein. It's complete to Hopkins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd down, Klein. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. On 3rd down, Mays. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Jet bomber. Hey, exit.
On 4th down, Klein. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holloway. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Off of play action, Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Rip right.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Palmer. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Tighten up. Here we go. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Mike's 56.
So we got man. Red 80. Crunch. Red 80.
To the air again, Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down, and the Jets have taken the lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Klein. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Get it.
A final shot before break. Klein. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. A first down throw, Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Klein. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Klein. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Let's go!
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Hey, Delta.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
On 2nd and 7. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The 20. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Davante Adams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Mike, check 33. 33.
Hey, Zoo.
Watch your slant. Hey, check Mike 33.
Be crippled.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get off the field, D.
Five.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We want this. Ready? 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Shoot. Lady.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 21.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Hey, lady.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon there to make the grab. And the Jets will extend their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next to score, Jets 31, Texans 3.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's just me.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Klein. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Texans.
53.
On first and 10, Klein. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Whip. Watch the whip. Joker.
Go.
Hold. 52 is the mic right here over there.
Get it.
Throwing again on second and 10. Klein. It's wearing the tight end with it.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 53. Mike. Here we go.
5.
On fourth down, Klein. Flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it past the 20. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check the hot read. Hatchet. Watch safety creep. Man, 80. He's creeping.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Target. 36.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Third and long, it's Darnold. And Adams has it. Complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last.
And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Hey, Foxtrot. Leo. Lee Griffin.
On first down, Klein. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Vincent Smith, 32 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will get him one closer.
17.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And the Jets have got it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Darnold from the gun. Herndon's got it complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On first down, it's Palmer. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Right there, 56. Blue there. Red 80.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one all the way back. So definitely good for the individual stats. Maybe not for our storyline, but he's in for the late score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
At their own
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Right here, right here. Ready?
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56.
Keep going up the top.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got his man on the crossing route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Jets, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
yeah.